really had a lot of struggle, especially the fact that they have gone through a lot of practices, and they've gone through a lot of preparations, and then at the junction when they're supposed to really like just apply what they have learned, a lot of things come up, and then they cannot really like deal with these issues properly. And so the focus of this class is to help to clarify how to deal with these things, especially when you get to face them in the exam or under exam condition. Okay. All right. So the first thing is there is actually some bureaucracies about the IELTS examination that most people they fall into the trap of. First bureaucracy is the temptation of running to the exam early. Also, we believe that, for you to be able to like show that you are serious with IELTS class, you need to run to the class, you need to jump into the all very quickly. You need to quickly like get into the all as quickly as possible. So that you'll be able to like get set to the under. Well, I've observed that is not even right, because the earlier you get into the all, the potential for you to get to feel some form of will I use the word exam tension? That's number one. Number two, the all is often cold, or will I use the word AC, having AC. The more you stay within the AC environment, the most likely that you are going to be feeling like you want to go to toilet. To urinate. And that actually can dampen with your, bladder, can dampen with your settlement mentality, with your relaxed mentality, and that can get you to really, really get unduly pressure. Do you understand? So, and for me, it's important that you avoid that, because naturally, everybody wants to avoid anything that's going to put them under extra pressure. And actually, I feel that if you avoid it, it's going to go a long way to help you. A very long way to help you, Secondly, inside the examination, there are some codes that you might have learned. I'd like you to understand that these codes are very, very important. The first thing you need to do to help yourself and avoid getting under undue pressure is to intentionally write those things down in your question paper, or in any, you can even ask for this for rough sheet. Write them down. This is applicable to writing. Most times, most people they just come into the exam hall, they are really bothered, they are afraid, they are scared and all of that, but they're not able to really like put themselves together to write down the things they have learned. Sometimes you have learned some formulas, you have learned some strategies to dealing with certain questions. Before the exam starts, instead of just looking up and down and just pacing around, write those things down. In any, you can request for a rough sheet, and you can also write it in the side of the question paper that deals with the question, or maybe at the back of question paper, so that you can actually allow yourself to have that form of expectation that I've been able to put this down. That actually can help a lot. One other thing that you must really like avoid is pressure from the examiner. Most of the time, most candidates are fall into that trap. The examiner is trying to, for example, now maybe they want to go to the toilet or whatever, they speak to the examiner says you can't go, and then that kind of conversation back and forth, it can be so distractive. If possible, avoid contact with the examiner, and try and maintain your composure to be able to remember the things you have promised to do for yourself. This thing I'm saying is very important. Most people are not able to like do this. I want to explain this. You have said you're going to spend 15 minutes per passage. When you now go to question number 12, it became very tough, and you have like 3 minutes more. Don't say, for this particular one, I will spend 20 minutes. Then the other one, no. Sustain your strategy. Most people, they suddenly change their mind. They say, okay, let me just change. Let me just try something else. Let me just do this. But at the end of the day, once you change your strategy for the first time, you will likely change the second time, and then a third time, and then a fourth time. And the more you change your strategy, the more composure you lose. The more composure you lose, the more difficult it is for you to sustain your capacity of consistency. I'd like you to understand what I'm trying to say right now. Once you lose composure, it becomes hard to maintain that composure or to even get it back. I want you to understand this. I'm saying very carefully. Once you lose composure, it becomes hard to even get it back. So don't even lose it the first time. Don't even lose it at all. Like don't get yourself to be mistaken to say, okay, I should be able to get myself. No. Don't even lose it at all. Don't even lose it at all. Are you with me? I'm insisting on this because most times we assume, we just think I should be fine, I should be okay, no worries, everything will be fine, and all that. But the truth is that you only need to lose composure once to lose it all through. Are you with me? So I'm saying this, and I want us to like take it very seriously because most people have fallen into that trap many times. All right. Having said that, one more thing I want to avoid is when you're on the exam hall and you do not finish your reading, please, or maybe you feel you not finish your reading, never ever get agitated about it. It's a risk. When you get agitated about, oh, I might not finish, and then you begin to feel disturbed about it, the first thing that's going to affect your possibility of even answering any other question correctly. You find yourself missing the other ones, and you have not even finished, and you don't even know whether that one that you that you want to do is the one that's going to even help you to to get your score. I mean, the last 3 or 4 questions will just be your lifesaver, and you already know that this time it won't be enough. You don't need to get yourself to be worked up and say, what do I do? And then you start getting agitated, pressured, having a headache, and all of that. Rather, just calm yourself down and answer those questions to the best of your ability. For me, it's real wisdom. Never get agitated because of the fear that you might not finish or that you are not finishing well or whatever. Try to maintain that composure. Maintain it. Don't let any exam condition, exam environment, or exam situation allow you to change the method you have practiced over the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of preparation. Never. Otherwise, it's going to mean that you're just trying to put yourself under undue pressure. Okay. Yeah. Hold on 1 minute. Just a minute, please. Yeah. Okay. 1 minute. Oh. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know if anybody has any questions or anything that you want to ask. But I know we'll discuss now. You probably want to clarify 1 or 2 things. Please go on to ask. Tomorrow morning by 5 to 6, we're going to be having a section called Reading Conference. We're going to return back to our reading conference, and I'd like to invite you to prepare to attend. It's really very interesting. We just attend to a few questions, and we are looking for people to answer them. I'd like you to find out how best you can, be around for that interesting section, and we look out to see how we can deal with that. But please kindly avail yourself to be around tomorrow. Is that okay? Yeah. Do you have anyone that has any question? You can type your question. Um, you can type your questions out, and then I will be happy um to answer. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. We have another meeting shortly, but I'd like to ask your questions so that we can. Any questions you have? This meeting is every Friday. Tomorrow by 9 o'clock, we're going to be having the normal sponsorship class between the hours of 9 and 10:30. And then, of course, that runs every weekend. But tomorrow is going to be the last section for May June group. It's been a long one for the May June group. So we'll be moving to July group. We'll introduce the new July classes, and those who wants to probably join the July class will be happy to join tomorrow. Okay. I'm not seeing anybody send any question, and I'm going to assume that nobody has any question. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone, and then see you again. Have a wonderful one this week.